Yo, what is going on, people? We are back with another, from the Dugout episode. Today is a great episode. There's so many things going on in football nowadays, and we are very pleased to be back. Welcome, Josh. As usual, my co-host. How are you doing
Thank
today,
you very
mate?
much. It's been a long week, long day of work, but always happy to sit here drinking some China apple and talking a bit about football.
Of course, it's always the China apple. All right, then we've got a comment here from Kimi. He says, "Hello, Brandon and Josh. Been a while." Yes, thank you very much. All right,
Hello.
so I'm just going to see whether we're okay. So the problem right now is the internet is a bit suspicious. Yeah, so we're going to see how it's going to. So let us know some feedback along as the show goes on, if it's like not clipping, if it's the signal is dropping here and there. And yes, so Kimi says, let's go through some comments. Kimi says, hello Brendan and Josh, been a while. Yes, mates, it's been a while. It's great to see everyone here again. This is every Thursday we're trying to make this like a weekly thing, and yeah, it's just great to talk football, you guys. Today's talking points is actually quite interesting. Kimi says, beautiful jersey. A nice jersey. Thanks, mate. Nice. It's Brooklyn Nets. It's a Kevin Durant jersey because Kevin Durant just got traded to the Phoenix Suns. Football, and not football related news. It's a blockbuster trade. Basically, it's like a superstar. It's like Messi going. Oh, no, it's like Salah going to PSG, for example. Yeah, in that kind of a move. It's similarly to football. Riyad says, hello guys. Hello Riyad, as always, thanks for tuning in. And then we've got Marcus. Marcus says Liverpool in the mud again.
That is true, Marcus. I hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying school.
Yeah, Liverpool is indeed in the mud again. I didn't want to talk. I don't know. Okay, later we'll play this by ear whether you want to talk about Game Week 22 review. I don't know.
Sure. I mean, we can always touch on it.
Yeah. So, grew up watching KD. Yeah, KD is such a superstar, man. Really, he's so, let's see whether he can bring, some firepower to the Suns to elevate them to their first NBA championship. Anyways, Zahin is here. Great big up, Zahin. All right, man. Great to see you here, mate. Borussia Dortmund. They won against
Freiburg,
right? 5-1, yeah, big win. And then the previous week they won like 4-3. It was a very close fight. So Dortmund putting in,
and then the 2-0 win against Leverkusen as well.
Yeah, so they're putting a lot of pressure onto the top two, which is Bayern and Union Berlin. So it's great to see. Actually, Bundesliga is like what? I think the top four only separates them by like 3 or 4 points. I mean, not like 4 points if I'm not wrong. So it's very tight.
Not the usual Bayern dominance.
Yeah. I think Bayern is struggling this year. They are indeed struggling. But João Cancelo has come in to reinforce the line, and we'll see how that goes.
They did have a big win last weekend.
Yeah, they did. They definitely did. Okay, I just realized that. Okay, give me a second. I have my talking points on my computer, but I didn't transfer it over to my iPad. But with that being said, today's talking points, right? We've got some. Okay, before we go to the talking points, we just want to say that we are so close to 1,000 subscribers, man. It was the goal from the start. Josh and I were saying like, okay, let's try and get this to like 1,000 subscribers, and we are very pleased to announce that we are like 28 away, and it's so close, man. So it'll be greatly appreciated. But yet again, thanks everyone. I know the people who are watching here, you guys have subscribed to the channel, and we really do appreciate it. So I just want to say this in this stream. I'll probably repeat it here and there further down if there's more people tuning in. And in the meantime, I'm struggling to get my notes up. So hold on, give me a second. Maybe Josh, you can take it away with Liverpool, man. Do you watch the 3-0 hammering?
That is the usual topic that that's the go-to topic. Liverpool struggles. Yes, I did watch it, and it was pretty disappointing, I would say. I mean, Gomez and Matip at the back, not too impressive at all. I think it was a very poor start. The first 15 minutes went 2-0 down. After that, second half had a lot more control of the ball without really threatening too much. And then Wolves went forward and scored the third. I know there are some jokes that Klopp said that, the third goal shouldn't be counted as a goal because like a counter attack. Yeah. And then Wolves went to like sort of troll him by putting the post full time 2-0. Right? Yeah. So I mean, it's all part of the game, good banter on the side of Wolves. Well, it's good news that Jota is back in training this week. I think it's been a very big miss, but the problems go way deeper than that. So it's a big month. I think the Champions League is back in 2 weeks' time. Yeah. This midweek. So hopefully we might see Van Dijk back. I think he's integral. I mean, you look at last few seasons, maybe discount the season he got injured, where Liverpool struggled as well. Whoever plays next to him looks really good, but it's when he's not around, you see Matip
it goes into disaster.
Gomez, they struggle against Wolves, and that's a big reason. And also, like, I saw this stat that actually Van Dijk and Konate only started one game together this season, or completed 90 minutes together, something like that. But it's just been one. And I think that's been a big reason, because you look at the big games last season, Champions League games, it tended to be Konate and Van Dijk.
So you see, it's like, it goes to show the kind of how valuable is, or invaluable for that. Wait, sorry, my phone's going.
Yeah, stability. I mean,
right?
Look at Arsenal this whole season has been Saliba and Gabriel. I would think for at least 90%, if not 100% of the Premier League games.
Yep, for sure. And then I think everything except for every game except for one game, Gabriel was out, I think. But yeah, to your point, the instability at Liverpool's back four is quite shocking. And then it goes to show how invaluable Van Dijk is to the team, right? And I think this goes, the time earlier on we had this talk about how Van Dijk is very we talk about like the all-time greats. I did a Liverpool Arsenal all-time greats, and there was some controversy about Van Dijk being up there, but this goes to show that Van Dijk in the modern day football, he's so instrumental in Liverpool's team. And
even if he's off form, he will still bring a lot at the back.
Yes, most definitely. All right, so with that being said, sorry to segue a little bit on Liverpool. Yeah, so Gimme says that, let's see, so he says, just like Ruud Van Nistelrooy said, Gakpo should have signed for Manchester United. Well, you're lost, Gakpo, you're lost.
maybe. Yeah, it's still early days, 1 month into his Liverpool career. Hopefully he picks up.
Yeah, still very early days. Hard to really put it. I think gotta give him like a season, especially coming from the Eredivisie. If I'm not wrong, I think Eredivisie players takes a while to acclimatize to the Premier League, especially. Not all Eredivisie stars can come over and just make the league, their own. Even Depay, right? Memphis Depay, when he came to United, so he was struggled.
Anthony has taken some time to gel.
Yeah,
he's had a few good performances, but yeah, it takes time.
Exactly, just takes time. Yeah, just takes time. So, with that being said, so once we reach 1,000, inevitably, we hope that we can get it by next week before the season starts. Singapore Premier League starts. Just a quick announcement for those people who are here. I'm going to repeat this repeatedly along the stream. I think on Sunday we're going to have a very, very special episode. It's going to be a review for the Singapore Premier League, and it's going to be a team-specific one. So it's going to be the Lion City Sailors, right? So I'll be inviting a few friends over from the Lion City Sailors fan group, and then we're going to have a chat about like the review of last season, the collapse of last season, and also the preview of the upcoming season. And I was going through a little bit of like my notes for this Sunday show, right? Lion City Sailors, man. I mean, it's their title to lose, in my opinion. I don't want to get into
2 words. Ilhan Fandi.
Oh, Ilhan Fandi. You think?
I think he had a big impact in Albrecht's late title charge.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't deny that Sailors did have a few games where they let it slip.
Yeah, just a little segue, right? Like the problem is like Albrecht's, usually when their talent comes in, it's a bit unknown commodity, right? So you only can take the known community that we've watched in like the past few seasons, and the Sailors, their back isn't looking very good, but their strike force is looking fantastic. So are you sure? Shall I name one? Anthony. Okay, but Anthony has also been. I like Anthony a lot, but he's taking the time to really acclimatize.
Yeah, I think Ten Hag has sort of let him bed in slowly.
Yeah.
So we do see some rotation on the wings for United.
Yep. So kickoff art is here. Cheers, mate. Thank you. 1,000. Hopefully we get there by next week. Maybe even Sunday we can get it. That's the hope. It's been the numbers have been increasing. It's been slowly by slowly. It's been growing because of the vlogs. So fantastic. A lot of Thai supporters and just generally the world. Even there was some guy in commented, right? Sorry to digress a bit, right? But there was some ASEAN football content creator that commented, say like, "Good job, keep up the good work." He is a American guy, or
nice.
and he covers only ASEAN football. So it's very, very interesting. He's got like 8,000 subscribers, so that's good to see. Oh wow, we've got Alberto. What a name blast from the past. Alberto, cheers for coming in, mate. It's been a while. He says, in Manchester City are found guilty, Haaland's goal should be awarded to Anthony.
Not Nunes?
It could be Nunes. But yeah, actually, who is the second in the scoring list?
It might even be Rashford at the rate he's scoring.
True.
I'm not too sure. I haven't really kept up because, there's a bit of no point keeping up given how far Haaland is ahead. People think he's the shoo-in for the Golden Boot.
Yeah, but then now with so we'll get to that. So now that's the intro. So thank you very much, people. And now we are going to talk about our. Let's see now. Let me bring up the. All right. So today's talking points, right? We've got a few. We got like Singapore Premier League. We've got Manchester City, right? That's the headline news. And then also Mason Greenwood. That's also a very touchy subject. We'll just go through, just touch a bit here and there. Then we'll talk about game week 23 Premier League preview. We'll just do like quick fire predictions. And then we'll talk about, Singapore Premier League, the recent controversy that's going on. All right, so let's go on with the big talking point. It's Manchester City. All right, so let me put up the banner. And let me see now. I want to do something new today as well. Hold on, yeah. I'm trying to make sure that this is as efficient as possible. Let's see. So now it's 11. All right. So let me put up the banner. Okay, Manchester City financial fair play woes, right? So what is this all about, right? So Manchester City has been UEFA has came up to Manchester City and then said that you're being investigated and you're going to get charged for 115 counts of breaching of the financial fair play rules. 115 charges.
Sounds like a lot.
Very little, very little. I think just another lawyer, another day in the office for the lawyers. But it's quite a damning situation for them because 115 counts. That is really, really. I'm not too sure on top of my head right now when Juventus had the scandal, so I'm not too sure how bad that was in 2005. However, this one is unprecedented in football in general, right? Because I think correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know whether any club has breached the financial fair play rules other than
not this badly for sure.
For sure. I'm sure someone may have broke it that little tiny bit.
Not 115 charges. Yeah.
Definitely not that kind of case. But Josh and I had just a chat before the stream went live, and then we were talking about how this Manchester City, like how did it accumulated to 115 charges, and how this has been many years in the making, right?
Yeah.
With that being said, right, how many years have they been making? It's ever since Sheikh Mansour has taken over the club. That goes to show, I think since 2011 all the way to now. Hence why the 115 charges. All right. So with that, before we move on, I actually wanted to share the link to. Shall I share it to Final Whistle?
Up to you.
All right, let's do that. Let's see whether they want to come in. The viewers of the Final Whistle wants to come in and join in the fun. But with that being said, let's see now. Okay, so what is the financial fair play rules all about? Right. So let me go through that on my notes. Right. So basically, financial fair play is this whole. It was introduced in 2014. No, I can't remember for the life. But yeah. Anyways, is to try and mitigate the damage control the top clubs for spending too much money. And then the biggest important news is that for clubs, they cannot incur more than $105 million worth of net loss over the span of 3 years.
Yeah.
So, you can lose 50 million this year, then you gain maybe 10 million, and then you lose another 40 million. That's minus 80. You're still good to go, right, in that 3 year span. So what City has done that has gotten them to 115 charges, right? One of the biggest cause was that Sheikh Mansour, the owner, right? What he has done is that he has inflated the sponsorship deals, right? So, the money coming in from the club, right, is sponsorship. Your generating of your match day tickets, your
broadcasting. I think that's a big one.
All this merchandising whatsoever, right? That's all your revenue to your club. And then your expenses would be your wages, your transfers, your day-to-day basis expenses. So, what has City done here? The sponsorship. That's where Sheikh Mansour has found a loophole over the past few years, right? So what he has done is that for Manchester City sponsorship, that when they come in, right, they inflate the prices. So let's just say maybe last time was Nike comes down, maybe not Nike but one of those maybe those signboard sponsorships, I would imagine, right? So they say okay, let's sign on the dotted deal, maybe 3 years of 80 million deal. But then on paper it's 80 million, but then actually in reality it's only 30 million that the sponsorship is providing. So that means Sheikh Mansour is providing the extra 50 million from his pockets. Which is where the discrepancy is So it's been going on for how many years? Hence why it's coming up to 115 charges against them. So this is not looking really good for them. And then secondly, the biggest headline for this whole thing is that that Roberto Mancini is also part of the scheme. I would say a bit unfairly for him, but I think when he signed on to the City job, apparently he was getting paid extra money from an offshore account as the Al Jazeera manager. And Al Jazeera manages actually Sheikh Mansour's second club in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Right. So apparently he was making more money in the Al Jazeera account than his Manchester City annual income. So it's like,
Terrible.
Yeah, it is quite terrible. So it's all this that has accumulated to, the 115 charges, and it's getting quite insane. Like, it's getting out of hand, basically. And I don't know how they're gonna defend themselves. Apparently, from what I also read, is that this 115 charges means they have to defend themselves 115 times. I'm no good lawyer whatsoever, but
it might take 115 years at this rate.
Yeah, but maybe City knows how to prolong it. But I think this is not looking good for them. And again, nobody knows, your reporters, the clubs, fans like us, we have no clue what's going to happen because it's really, really unprecedented move in history of football. The closest is definitely the Calcio police case in Juve, but that is more like scandal, and it was quite fast because they know that, it got caught, the bribery and whatnot. So, what's going to be the punishment? I'm not too sure, man. The punishment could be quite...
Points deduction, relegation.
Yeah, points deduction, relegation.
Europe,
yeah, so
ban from signing players.
Let us know what your thoughts. Of course, as I just said, that we will never know what may happen. But what is the ideal punishment as fans we want to see?
I like
City?
Xavier's recommendation.
Yeah, I know Kimi says relegated. Let's see. So if they are guilty, they should just add the hashtag Manchester is red. So you see, clearly not biased to Manchester United. So you say just drop points, just like Juventus from second drop to 10. I think it's going to be worse than that, Riyadh. That's why all their trophies should be revoked. All their trophies should be revoked. That could be a possible...
Relegate them to the 5th division, play with Wrexham.
Okay, you see, there is an argument to be made to fine them. But then to fine them is like, they've got so much money. What's their money to them, the owners, right? Then there's also an argument to be made. How about, relegate them? But in my honest opinion, relegating them with the club, with the money, with the money that they have, and then I don't know what's the constraints of the club, because relegating them but with no constraints, that's basically fielding a strong squad to just go up in if they relegate them to Championship next year, they're coming up to the Premier League. That's basically it.
If the players want to stay, I guess.
I'm sure there'll be some to stay for the money and whatnot, yeah. And yeah, I think it's just a matter of how they're gonna climb out of this rug hole. But in the short term, my personal opinion is that they are going to get a point deduction. That's for sure. Right. And if they do get a point deduction, right, as an Arsenal fan, right, I'm actually quite irritated because we are probably going to win the league, and it's going to be like a Mickey Mouse
just like
Premier League
Liverpool when
title.
they won the league during COVID.
I think that's very, very different. Winning the league in COVID there's a world, phenomenon. Is it a phenomenon? No, a world pandemic, right? So yeah, I don't think it's like people will say it's a Mickey Mouse title and whatnot, but it's still very relevant, right? Because all the clubs were still putting their all. But this one, right? Our closest competitor, Arsenal's closest competitor, Manchester City, if they do drop points this year because of this scandal, right, then people are going to say that there was no fight for Arsenal, and then it's going to say like, oh yeah, imagine City didn't get this scandal, blah, blah, blah. Arsenal would have won the league.
Hey, don't worry, Liverpool are still in the title race.
What, 29 points?
I don't know.
We have 50 points, by the way.
I have no clue how many points Liverpool have.
Oh my. 39, no, 50. I know Man U has 39
As long
points.
as it's mathematically possible, I'm not ruling out the hope.
Yeah. So Xavier says that City should be relegated, give Liverpool 3 trophies now. Okay, so now let's segue to this point, because we can speculate till the cows come home, right? We will never know what on earth is going to happen, right? But if there was let's just say if they were stripped of the titles, right? Like what Kickoff Art, what Xavier is saying, right? Revoke their titles, right? If I'm not wrong, what United will have won 2 more titles?
I think 3.
3?
And Liverpool 3 as well.
Oh, wow.
If I'm not wrong.
Oh, wow. I thought it was 2 to 3. So, okay. I mean, I don't know whether I would want that to happen. But, I mean, because now Liverpool and United are tied in league titles, if I'm not wrong. Not Premier League, just English league.
Titles,
yeah, I think if I'm not wrong, you guys are tight. So, okay, 3-3, I think it's fair. So, do you guys think that it should be revoked? And do you think revoked his whole tenure? He's probably they've won 3 FA Cups, 7 titles, 7 league titles, 6 league titles, if I'm not wrong. So all revoked? Oh, I'm not too sure.
I think revoke is fine, but I don't think it'll be handed down to the
second winner.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it automatically handed down, Whether it's not like a ceremony, like, oh, here you go. It's just like, oh, because you got forfeited, so the winner is by
And
default.
then invite all the people back and give them the medals. Like John Flanagan,
They'll probably get a new medal for
Kolo
them. Lah.
Toure.
Yeah. Kolo Toure. Yaya Toure. Apparently, Yaya Toure is also in this mess, even though he's not in good terms with Manchester City. But that's what I heard. I mean, that's what I read.
Not in good terms because of the birthday cake.
The birthday cake. He cursed the club. What? That's why now you see now no Champions League. Maybe it can be even potentially be relegated. Okay, but before we move on to our next point about Manchester City, right, I just want to end off this kind of like short segment. Not short, like I've been rambling on, right? Basically, Kieran Maguire, one of the interviewers, one of the YouTube to kind of when I was trying to dissect this whole content to my not content lah, this whole case to concise it into a bit size. He did say right that he's actually thinking. No, he's actually. There's actually a possibility, right, that and this will actually cripple City quite a bit, right? I think when it will in the long term, if UEFA clamps them hard, like really, really hard on them, right? Then they go through like constraints, you know, like maybe not even finding them. That's basically say, okay, next year your budget is like you can't spend more, you can't spend any money or something like that for like the next 3 years. Yeah. I think that will be even more crippling for them. Like
actually, Chelsea did have a transfer ban for
1.5
or two, right?
Yeah, 1.5. That was when Lampard, right? No.
Possible.
Who was the manager before Lampard? Sarri. No.
Sarri was here.
Sarri, right? If I'm not wrong. Sarri. 2019 UEFA Europa League. I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but Europa League, who won the title with them?
Europa League.
Yeah, when they beat Arsenal. Yeah.
I have no clue.
I have no clue, right?
Might be Sarri, actually.
Yeah, I think it's Sarri. Sarri won against Emery, if I'm not wrong. Anyways, yeah, they had I think it was that period, around that period. Sarri, Lampard, they had a 1.5 transfer season. So one summer, one winter, if I'm not wrong.
I think they're so traumatized by that now they are buying everyone they can.
Yeah, now 600 million, right? Apparently it's 600 million spent in the summer and the January transfer window for Chelsea. Absolutely mental. Enzo Fernandez, my God, Fofana, Bradashil, both Fofanas, right? Wesley and David Fofana, Mudryk, Koulibaly, Anwani. Oh my, the list goes on. The list goes on. Okay, so comment down below what are your thoughts about this whole debacle, right? Do you think the title should be revoked? Do you think they should get relegated? I personally think they should get like constraints of like the next few seasons, right? I think that will really cripple them. And because they got Sheikh Mansour, Abu Dhabi, the trust funds, they are like the richest. They are like basically God in the world, in this human world that we live in. So finding them and giving them this kind of thing is like it's not going to be any big issue for them. Anyways, oh wow, okay. So Alberto says if they get a 15 points deduction like Juve, they still ahead of Chelsea and Liverpool. Just sad facts. Yeah, because they got 45 now, if I'm not wrong. Then they will be 30, and you guys have 20 and 29 respectively.
It's all right. They won't be 15. I'm pretty sure.
So, anyways, get stuck in. What's up, people? Your latest video is fantastic. They did a transfer window breakdown, like a tier list, like what we did in the live stream last week. Fantastic. I'm not happy that they put Trossard as like a B tier. It should be an S.
Why did they put Gakpo?
I think Gakpo they put it low, C. Like the C tier. I think so. They had them like they're Manchester United merchants. They have like Sabelser at what?
Weghorst.
Yeah, hi, please.
Manchester just like United. Brendan putting on Jorginho as an A.
Hey, that's fair, man. I mean, after that he came on. He came on against Everton. Then we considered
the ball away.
Yeah, terrible, man, Jorginho. Either ways, no transfer for 5 seasons. Wow. Okay, that could be a potential. Okay, so this goes to your point, right? How many players will want to stay after all this debacle? You think De Bruyne will stay? I think De Bruyne may stay,
He's welcome at Anfield.
I mean, he's already, 31? Might as well stay. Just become like a City legend. Get his statue built alongside Sergio Aguero.
I mean, the championship is not for everyone.
Like Juve, who stayed when they went down to Serie B? Nedved, Del Piero, Buffon. Legends of, but okay, you can say that they are more like homegrown legends from Juve. Maybe not Nedved, but more Del Piero and Buffon. Okay, so he's Kimi says 2 more. I think he's talking about you're writing off Manchester United. I mean, after yesterday's Leeds draw 2-2, you guys have played 2 more games and we are 11 points ahead, if I'm not wrong. So things are looking a bit dire for Manchester United if we don't screw up like Arsenal, that is. Stevie G gets his medal.
Yeah.
Stevie G. But
Didn't
you
let it slip in the end. Man City let it slip.
Man City. So you know who let it slip at the end of the day, right? All right. So wow, Evan is here. Fantastic. Cheers, mate. He said not bothered by those who may call it an easy title for Arsenal. A title is a title, and aren't United supposedly still in the race? Okay, fair. You know, there's optimism from Arsenal fan. We love to see Evan and I. We are big Arsenal fans. He says that anyway, I highly doubt the punishment will be carried out so quickly though. The whole ordeal will probably take months or even years. Exactly. You know, City is going to draw it out, right? And also, we did mention before the stream went live that they are just drawing this out process, like prolonging it so that you know they can take their time, and then the punishment will be like what Evan said, it could be even years down the road. Oh wow. My confidence went okay. I don't hope you guys didn't hear that. Anyways, okay. So Alberto, as well as Arsenal fans, I honestly think they should get relegated. Someone needs to check on Chelsea. They look dodgy as F. Okay, yeah, they do. Actually, Alberto, we did address it, right? They don't look dodgy. What they have done is that they have smartly strategized, right? Why is my okay? Anyways, they have smartly strategized their transfers, right?
Yeah.
Their contracts.
Amortization, as a lot of people have learned the word in recent weeks.
Yeah, amortization, right? So what that is basically just prolonging the
long contracts.
Yeah, long contracts. You know, making sure that they're expanding the money out in years, which we've discussed last week. I don't think it's a good idea for Chelsea because it's very. It may seem long term, right, guys? But I think it's very short term because you're just spending players in this one specific period.
Yeah.
Very, very scary for Graham Potter. If I was Graham Potter, I don't think I'll be very happy with all these signings. To be very honest with you, it looks really like tempting, right? But most of the transfers are all youngsters that may potentially reach their peak after he gets sacked, if he gets sacked, right? So, okay, so this has been quite an extensive, long topic about Manchester City. Let us know what your thoughts about Manchester City. Do you think yes? You know, you guys have been very, very active. Thank you very much, lads. And let's see. So it's 28 minutes now. Okay. I'm putting like timestamps so that I can do like a highlights, you know, like kind of thing, short highlights. All right, so let's move on, right? So for Manchester City, I'm supposed to actually change the slide. It's supposed to be Sheikh Manzo and so this is Sheikh Manzo and this is the old CEO, if I'm not wrong. This guy, I can't remember his name. So apparently, looking at this now, City, the reports are saying that Manchester City is going to get investigated by a neutral panel of 3 people. It's going to be investigated by the whole UEFA and police and whatnot, the investigation force. And then once the investigation complete, they're going to play out in like a lawyer's case and whatnot. And then finally, it'll be decided by like a jury, the jury of like 3 panelists. And these three panelists will be like from UEFA or something, and they're like neutral. So maybe as my point of as quite some fun, right? I want to give my panelists for the 3, right, to make sure that it's very, very fair, right? So my panelists will be. Also, yeah, City, should it be revoked? You know, you guys have already rightly mentioned. I think most of you are saying that it's been revoked, right? So, yeah, fair. That is fair. So, 3 extra titles for Liverpool, 3 extra titles for Manchester United.
I think Kimi said 2 more.
2 more.
Yeah.
So, not 3.
Sure.
2 more. Yeah. Okay. So, maybe that's the 2.
Yeah.
I think it's 2. One under Mourinho, one under Solskjaer. Oh, I think so. Yeah. All right, so who are so going back to the topic, right? Who's going to be the 3 panelists for me, right? I think it's got to be these 3. Very, very fair. It's got to be Roy Keane, it's got to be Sir Alex Ferguson, and it's got to be David Gill, right? Totally non-Manchester United related, right? These 3 should be the panel so that Manchester City can even go down to the non-leagues. Just some funny banter here and there. But yeah, I just found it a bit funny. Like if the panelist is full of Manchester United greats. Just some friendly banter.
Roy Keane will be...
Yeah, by the way, guys,
string them all the way down. Man.
Yeah. Roy Keane, he's a Sky Sports pundit, guys. You know, totally not biased, right? Totally not biased, and yeah, it is what it is. Sir Alex Ferguson now, so he went to watch Arsenal versus Manchester United the day at the Emirates, and Manchester United lost. So you see, Sir Alex Ferguson also a neutral, and David Gill, you know, totally not a Manchester United director from the past, and these 3 will be a perfect panelist to be very, very neutral against Manchester City. That's my opinion. Okay, so yeah, just some friendly banter along the way. Send them to SPL. Kickoff.
Oh man.
Oh, Sailors versus Manchester City.
We'll have a new bottom team if that happens.
Oh,
Man City.
Man City. Oh, you know what would be funny if they have like a total points deduction, right? Like let's just say 24 points deduction from the start of the season. Do you think they can finish top
of the SPL?
Yeah.
With the current squad?
Yeah.
I would think so.
Wait, 24 points. Wait,
If
how
they
many?
win
He
every
didn't win
game.
8 games, right?
You see, there's 3 rounds this season, right?
Yeah,
so
3
it's
rounds.
like 21 games. Or is that
So,
eight?
so mathematically,
Is that 8 or 9 teams this season? I lost
9.
Okay, 24 games.
Mathematically, it will take them quite a while to. They need to win 8 games to reach 0 lah.
I mean, it depends how many games the top teams win.
Yeah, that's true.
But if they win every game, I think they have every chance of.
Yeah, that's true. No, but
Still
okay,
winning.
like if let's just say Sailors or like Hougang or Albrechts also do win, they just keep losing to City, but they win the rest. Then it's no
It's
questions
possible.
asked. No questions asked. All right. So place in SPL found in Shakir's pocket. Oh, Shakir Hamza. Wow, Shakir Hamza. All right, so we move on to our next. This has been very, very extensive talking point. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We tried to break it down for y'all to simpler layman terms lah. But yeah, it's not looking good for City lah, basically. Okay, so the next point we have is Mason Greenwood. Right. I don't want to talk about this too long. I know you guys have actually. You guys kind of. I'm assuming you guys have read about, especially Manchester United fans, right? Mason Greenwood has been dropped of all his charges of the rape allegations and abuse. Is it?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Rape and abuse. I think that's the 2 allegations, and also like conspiracy for murder as well. That's how very, very intense this whole case is, how serious it is. Grave situation. So basically, his charges have been dropped, right? And I think I'm not saying that the world, like people are like, oh wow, okay, he's an innocent guy whatsoever. But it's more to a fact that if you go and read up carefully, right, it's actually just the weakness. Apparently, the one of the key weakness dropped out from the case, and then I don't think they have like the financial backing to continue the court case, so that's why he's scot free lah. So he's not proven innocent. He still could be guilty. It's just that he's scot free because of like the lack
innocent in the eyes of the law.
Innocent in the eyes of the law. You're absolutely right. So. Moving forward, what's it going to be for him? I things are not. He's a 21-year-old. He's been capped by England before. Nike, all these top brands have already dropped him. FIFA, everything has dropped him from marketing and whatnot. Rightly so. And yeah, do you think that the question here, guys? Type it down in the chat. Do you guys think is he out for football completely? I think it's a foregone conclusion that you can safely say that he'll be gone for football for quite a while. But completely?
Great player, great left foot, but what he did with the evidence was quite damning. So it's going to be tough for him to repair that kind of reputation. Very, very tough.
Yeah. There's been some murmurs around that we've been chatting with some people here and there, like online I see, and they're saying that lesser teams will take a fly on him. I personally find it very, very difficult. I don't think that's going to happen because the PR mitigation and PR will be a disaster, to take him on. Even though no matter what his talent is, right, the allegations, this will just hound him for the rest of his life. There's also some rumors saying that he may go to like China, they may go to other countries. There could be a potential, for him. But yeah, I think it'll take years to kind of get his reputation back. Who are the bad boys in the league? Not the bad boys. Who are the terrible human beings in the leagues, right? That we've seen in the past recent years. Adam Johnson, Gylfi Sigurdsson. Let's see now who's the others.
Joey Barton.
I mean, he's a coach now, but he had a lot of allegations against him but it wasn't that it was quite bad allegations, but the bad one was like okay, but the slight aggravation and like fighting and all, then he got convicted. I'm missing one more name here. Adam Johnson, Gylfi Sigurdsson. I forgot. And the man,
Shea Evans.
Shea Evans? No, yeah, it's not Shea Evans. Mendy, which Mendy is it? Furlan? No,
Benjamin
Mendy, a City player, right? Apparently, he's also been proven innocent.
Some charges, I thought there are still some outstanding ones.
Yeah. So, your thoughts, guys. Mason Greenwood. I personally think that he's out of football. I think that's it for him. In the eyes of the public, this will forever hound him, no matter what club he goes to, whatever. In any job or anything that he does in public, this will hound him. It's not looking good for him. And yeah, so Kickoff said money can, he said money can get you out of a lot of things. Yeah, I think short term, it has got him out of this, but long term, it has done, I think this is going to be too much of a hurdle for him to overcome, no matter the talent.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, and also to Josh's point, it's like very, very damning evidence. I think that's the biggest thing. If it's like Who else? The players was it? No, not. I don't want to anyhow say names and then I'm wrong here, right? But maybe I give a more confident example, but it's not football, like American football, right? There's a very famous American footballer who was not convicted, who was accused of murder or murdering his girlfriend or something like that. But he got, in the end, the charges were dropped. There was no damning evidence, right? It's just like he was he was under suspicion, and then they released him, and then he became like a Hall of Famer. He's still like doing very very good in the league, very good PR, and he's a very funny person, right? But there's always this linger that sometimes the comments are like, oh, he's a murderer and whatnot. So people will remember, and this is like no evidence against him. Can you imagine now with Mason Greenwood with the public evidence against him? I think it's quite hard for him to overcome. Josh, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think it might be difficult, but 21 years old. Do you think like 1-2 years he can sort of try and repair his reputation and then put himself out there and try and revive his career?
Okay, so like when I initially read this, I said, oh, because he said it's maybe going to like overseas, like a lesser league to go, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure some lesser league will take him. Like China, I'm sure they will take a fly on him. He can lay low there, play his football. I don't know how the Chinese will take it, right? But potentially like build up his reputation, like do a lot of community work, the usual, do your community work, just be a model citizen, and then maybe when you come back to in UK or like a European league, someone will take a fly on you. But as I give it more thought, I think this is the end for him. That's the end for him. That's my personal opinion. Either ways, so nice to see you again, mate. Great topic as well. Keep up the good work. We don't need City points to win the league. Yeah, okay.
Full confidence.
Full confidence in Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners. Up the Gunners. All right. So, Kimi says, everyone deserves a second chance. I'm not saying I condone what he did, but his career in United or perhaps a career in Asia. Yes, Kimi, your first sentence is very, very true. In life, everyone deserves a second chance. However, second chance in what sense? Because this is a, footballing career is a very public-orientated job as well. You play football in the eyes of millions, right? Thousands, millions of people. So I think it's not looking good for him in the profession that he is in lah. But he's still very young. He's 21 years old. Maybe he can find a career elsewhere. I'm not saying that he should be like hanged to death or jailed for a prolonged period of time until proven guilty. But as of now, he's in the eyes of the law. He's proven like he's still innocent. So maybe he can find a career elsewhere. Maybe not too well scoped in the public eye. All right. So, oh wow, Adit, it's been a while, mate. I have a question to ask you guys in the chat. Since Benjamin Mendy got Chargers job, will you guys would teams take him back? All right. So, I think this is quite similar to what I was saying just now, right? Like it depends on the evidence that is the case that is built against you, right? For Mendy, to me, to you, Adit, personally, I think that Mendy teams will take him back. But I personally, if I was Arsenal, as an Arsenal fan, I would never take him. Just to avoid the PR, no matter how good of a talented player he is, right? With this kind of allegations, it's never going to be good for the club. No matter how good the talent is on the field, right? It's all this off the field, especially in UK, the media hounds on you like no tomorrow. No way you can get away with it lah. So personally, I think that teams will take him back, but definitely not like a team that I would support like Arsenal. No way we're taking him.
Yeah, I mean, as a player, a lot of things the media might say could influence you, and you may not be able to perform at that level anymore.
Yep.
Might really get you the whole kind of bad press.
The mental
reputation. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's not just your ability, but the way you can perform as well.
Yeah. Most definitely. And yeah, I think that Mendy, he's also quite similar, rape and drugging girls and then they rape them. It's terrible, very terrible. And for him, it's like, again, I've not done my due research on whether the evidence is very damning against him. But if the charge, and since, it's been like 1 month ago since the charges were dropped and whatnot, do you even see him playing for City? Back to City? I don't know. Maybe City will take a fly on him, but now City is going through this kind of allegations. I don't know, man. It's a hot mess at Main Road lah. Are they still at Main Road? I don't even know. I don't know whether Etihad is built on Main Road. But I hope I'm right there. Anyways, yeah. So thanks, Adit. So Kimi said Aaron Hernandez. No, not Aaron Hernandez, mate. It's Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis. If you didn't know, he was accused of killing his girlfriend at that time, and then he got dropped with charges. That was very early on in his career, like in rookie or second year season, and then became a Hall of Famer, one of the best linebackers in the league of all time. So it's just different. So Alberto said, I can't believe Manchester United is taking him back. I won't be surprised United is behind the payout, the girl's family. Is he taking? I don't think Man U is taking him back. I didn't
Not
read.
yet. I think.
Not
I think
yet.
they're doing some investigations.
I did.
Probably
I did read just now when I was doing this research for this show, right? That the United girl team has came out saying that they will be very, very uncomfortable and they will lose respect for Manchester United as an organization if they do take him back. Rightly so. I think that is a very fair stance from the women's team of Manchester United. So yeah, I think if he does come back, it will be very, very. If Manchester United takes him back, I think it's a very, very dumb move on their end. That's just my personal opinion. All right, so Adit says Kobe had charged job against him but apologized to public and family and everyone. Also seems like Kobe was guilty, yet he got away scot-free. Yeah, in the eyes of the public, it's just a matter of how you can. I think it's a combination of a lot of things. So if you guys didn't know, thought to digress a bit, Kobe Bryant also he had not say rape. Was it rape? This girl accused him of like molestation or something like that.
Yeah.
So Kobe admitted that like they were in a room together and like they whatever. I don't want to go into the finer details, but yeah, did some crap went down, but he came out and apologized for it. And then the lawsuit dragged out, and then I mean now Kobe Bryant's dead. RIP to the Mamba, but it is what it is. His legacy still prevailed lah. But it's also because Kobe Bryant at the time when this happened, he was already a superstar. I think it's very different. Mason Greenwood is not a superstar yet, but don't get me wrong, guys. Don't quote me on this. I'm not trying to defend someone by saying, oh yeah, you're a superstar means you do all this, you get away. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that sometimes things are different when you are at a different point of your life, right? So Mason Greenwood, upcoming talent, but he's no like Cristiano Ronaldo or something like that, that kind of like stature. So I think against him now, it's going to be very difficult for him to rebuild his career. That's my take. Anything, Josh? Before I
yeah, completely agree. It's going to be tough, but maybe 2-3 years, we see what he does with his life, whether he wants to stay in football, and maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
One day he rebuilds his
maybe
whole career, his whole life.
Maybe 3-4 years from now, he goes through some pilgrimage, he goes through some community work, maybe he's like an ambassador for this kind of thing. I'm sure someone will take him back, but whether is it in the European League, I'm not too sure, because especially in England, I think once he signs the day he signs for a new team in like 5 years down the road, they're just going to remind us like 5 years ago he just raped and wanted to kill this women. Terrible. Okay, so what do you mean perhaps in Asia? Because Asia, I would say Asia will be, maybe you can take advantage of a situation where they don't really take in tune of your personal life, and because you're a really good talent of football and you're really elevating the scenes in Asia. Maybe China. China is a very promising place to be in for him, because that's my thoughts. Asia is the human trash these days. But I don't know. Okay, so anyways, let's move on. Basically, Asia we do not condone taking these kind of players, but the leagues of Asian league may possibly take him because of the lack of PR, not say PR, maybe
the footballing ability.
Yeah, it's just the footballing ability. Yeah. So Etihad Stadium isn't at Main Road. Oh, okay. Thank you very much for that fact check. I just anyhow said that they're still at Main Road, but they're not at Main Road anymore. So sup guys, Joel, welcome mate. Thanks for tuning in. My opinion is he should be cut from United. Simple as that. I mean, I think we all agree on that, right? As a neutral for myself, as neutrals from us Manchester United fans, I think it's very clear that he should be cut from United lah. But I think our conversation is actually gearing towards what's his life after United, which I think it doesn't look so promising to me lah, in my opinion. All right, so Iggy's here. Wow, I'll take Greenwood and Arsenal.
Easy, he says.
Iggy.
Controversial Arsenal.
Iggy, why must I have to entertain you after going on so long about this topic and you come in with the I'll take Greenwood and Arsenal easy. I'll very, very. I respectfully disagree with you, Iggy. I will never take this kind of people in especially if they got found guilty lah. So no way. Qatar will probably take him. What? El Nasser?
Maybe. United for Ronaldo.
Greenwood to SPL. I think, even if, let's just say, a club is entertaining the idea of signing him, right? They'll have so much leverage over him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't want to go through so long about this topic. I apologize, right? But with that being said, hope you guys kind of enjoyed this very quite dark segment of football. We do not like to see these kind of actions in the world of football. Anyways, with that being said, we go on to Game Week 23 Premier League preview. All right.
Merseyside derby.
Merseyside derby. All right. So let me pull up the fixtures while you can entertain the people. How many guys here? 17 people here. Welcome, guys. Cheers. So just to let you guys know, if you guys just joined in, on Sunday we have a special episode with Sailor Fan Talk and with the Sailor crew. We're going to do a preview and review of the upcoming season. From there, I may entertain more Singapore Premier League previews from there, and we'll see. Maybe you can do one for Tanjung Pagar United with Kimi. Maybe it could be in the works, or maybe you can even do one for Hougang United. There'll be a lot of Hougang United, Hougang who supporting the channel. I think it'll be very interesting, and I think there's like a lot of you guys are also like clamoring for. There's a little bit of buzz going on in the Singapore Premier League right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I think maybe this is the kind of content that you guys like to see, and then we will oblige. We will give you all this kind of content, and it'll be good to see that. Why did I put the Premier League table? That's not what I want to see. Premier League fixtures.
That's not what you want to see. Premier League table.
I mean,
that's not what I want to see for sure.
Oh dear, poor. Oh, I already have it here. Oh my god, terrible. I'm faded, guys. I'm faded. Sorry, guys. It's a lack of, not say preparation, but just okay. I should just keep quiet and just get it on the screen. All right, here we go. We got it on the screen. I hope you guys can see it. Hopefully it's big enough. Let me maybe expand it. Okay, so and then we are so close to 1,000 subs, guys. I will really we will really appreciate the thanks for the love and support as always. But if we can reach 1,000 by Sunday, that would be absolutely fantastic.
Fantastic.
Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely mental. It'll be off the roof, right? So Africaner says that out of context, a moment of silence for Brooklyn. Yep, Brooklyn is going through. I mean, I'm quite happy. I'm a Celtics fan, but I'm wearing a Kevin Durant jersey just to honor this. He's 2 years there at Brooklyn Nets. Yeah. If you guys want to talk more about basketball, so just let me know. I'm quite knowledgeable at NFL and basketball and football. Okay, so sorry to when someone's a real football fan, when they pronounce derby as derby. Brandon acting humble. No. Where got acting humble, please? So Manchester United drew with Leeds at Old Trafford because they are saving to humiliate Leeds at Ellen Road. Oh, is this the first time playing?
Yeah, back to back. They're playing again.
Like Leeds again?
Yeah, I think one of the fixtures, the one just played was postponed.
Oh, okay. It was the Queens. It's just like a domino effect lah. From that fixture there when it came over. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so wow, Old Trafford and now at Ellen Road. So we'll see whether United can get the result at Ellen Road.
Whether they can rescue a point again.
Oh,
whether they can.
It was Leeds up.
They were up 2-0.
Damn it! Come on, Leeds. But okay lah, we are quite far ahead.
New manager bounce.
Who's the manager?
I don't think they've appointed anyone permanently.
One of the assistants lah. Okay, so speaking of assistants, before Sean Dyche took over, it was Leighton Baines that was actually taking care of the first team training. Very flashback from the past, a Premier League legend. Okay, so Premier League fixture review. Let's talk about it. West Ham versus Chelsea, a London derby at the London Stadium. Fantastic stadium, 60,000 seater. Great atmosphere. Can West Ham? They just won last week. Finally, No. Sorry, they won the previous week. They drew last week. They got a draw away from home. Can they get a victory against Chelsea? Your thoughts, Josh?
Oh, both teams not having the greatest of seasons. I don't think Chelsea been struggling. West Ham been struggling. You know what? I'm gonna call it draw, like a 1-1 draw.
A 1-1 draw. Okay, before we move on, 47. Okay, 1-1 draw. 1-1. 1-1. West Ham Chelsea 1-1. Wow. Very unlike Chelsea drew last week as well, right? Against Fulham, another London derby. Not London derby. Okay, I'd not say a derby, a London clash. So another London team this week. 0-0. Every time I root for West Ham, they lose. So should I go for a draw here? You know what? I want Chelsea to lose. So West Ham 2-1. Come on, Fabianski. Fabianski going to come out with a man of the match performance.
Jarrod Bowen double.
Yeah, no. I think it's a Jarrod Bowen and Paqueta. Chelsea with Mudryk.
Paqueta did score last week.
And Mudryk will score the I would say equalizer for Chelsea, and then Paqueta to score the winner. 2-1 for West Ham. Right. All right. So let's see now. We got some comments here. Let's see what your guys' thoughts about this game. Other games. Okay. So Kimi says saving best for last comeback. United fans. As always, mates. No, just kidding. So no Casemiro lah. Okay lah, Casemiro. Fair.
Okay lah.
Okay lah.
Casemiro lah.
We need to have an NBA chat. Haha. So you support the Timberwolves? Minghan, you support Spurs, which is already a club that I really question your decision making. Then you support the Timberwolves. Like do you watch for a long time ago, mate? Let me know. NBA. Timberwolves. I mean, I do like Kevin Garnett, like one of my favorite players of all time. But Timberwolves, they just lost D'Lo right today. They were traded back to the Lakers. Anyway, not to digress. Arsenal fans coming like addicts. We'll perform uninvisible acts for silver. African as you and your. I really love to. Great that you're so active, mate. Cheers for always tuning in. Iggy says Liverpool won't lose to Everton at home. Max is one. Hey, we haven't gone there yet. Why you?
Iggy is jumping the gun. I'm so excited after linking Greenwood to Arsenal.
Iggy, come on, watch, pay attention to the show, mate, and then go with the sequence, right? See, like Joel's paying attention. He's going to be creative. You're 1-0 to Chelsea. That's fair. I think that is very fair. 1-0 to Chelsea. Again, what's
6-0 Brentford. Come on, Iggy, predict the West Ham game.
Yeah. So I think going to draw. Well, okay, so Riyad agrees with you. West Ham Chelsea draw. And then Joel says that confirm Young Lions fan. There's nothing wrong being a Young Lions fan, man. In fact, we should be supporting a Young Lions.
Yeah, man, they are the future of Singapore football.
Exactly. We need to support them. We need to make sure that they get the. Oh, so okay. Finally, Iggy says 0-0. All right. So there's
copy paste
0-0
from above.
Do you have any players from your fantasy team in Chelsea or West Ham? Let me know, Iggy. Okay, so with that. Chelsea got players, not a team. Fantastic. Finally, you got a very, very good comment from Iggy. Constructive comments. That's what we love to say. Short and sharp, short and sweet, short and concise. Iggy, thank you. So anyway, Alberto says, it's an early kickoff, weird things happen. Yeah, that's actually very true. Early kickoff has been very, very mysterious. So West Ham win. Alberto speaks facts. Okay, just to let you guys know, Alberto. From a previous stream, from another stream, right? He's always predicting very good predictions for any league, right? Premier League, Serie A, La Liga. He's always
League on SPL.
No,
MSL.
He's Alberto's predictions is really good, right? Alberto is Mr. Da Silva, by the way. So Alberto's prediction is really, really good.
Indonesian League, Qatari League.
African says Heat. All right, Heat. So, all right. So Arsenal versus Brentford. Finally, Iggy says 6-0 for the Arsenal. Why are we so optimistic, Iggy? We just lost against a new bounce manager at Everton, Sean Dyche football. I don't think it's going to be so straightforward. Brentford is a boogie team, man.
I wanted to predict Everton win last week.
You went for a draw, right?
I went for a 0-0 draw. I said 1-0.
Should have said, right?
I think Brentford are on a bit of a good run.
Yeah, just very fair to say. Very, very fair to say, right? Brentford, If it's 2 results against the Trot, again, I cannot lah. You know what? Let me just go for a 2-0 victory, Arsenal. Odegaard early goal, and then possibly maybe Trossard comes on, and then he scores the winner. I mean, not winner, just scores an additional goal for us. 2-0 for the Arsenal. Come on, you guys.
I'm going for a...
Please.
2-2 draw.
2-2 draw. High scoring affair.
Arsenal haven't really been that convincing at home, especially in defense.
Fair. That's very fair.
They look like they struggled a bit from set pieces last week against Everton. So Brentford, their strength is set pieces, so they could really get some goals. Looking for a 2-2 draw.
Do they have a lot of height in the box? No, right?
Ben Mee has a great jump on him. I mean, Montes Jensen, Ivan Toney. I mean, their strength is deliveries.
Yeah, deliveries.
Jensen, Norgard,
the likes of them. Damsgaard as well. Does Damsgaard start for them? Not really.
Not that much. Usually Mbeumo and Tony, and then Wisa at times.
All right. So let's see. So Hyrie, thanks for tuning. He says 2-1 for, I'm assuming,
Brentford.
I'm assuming actually this could be about the West Ham game, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe West Ham or Arsenal. We'll take that. Oh, you see Kimi, United fan.
Yeah, man, that's the way to go.
No way. Arsenal's going to take the
Bring
win.
this Arsenal people back down to earth.
Brentford's football reminds me of Brighton. Fair. They Brentford beat City away. Yes, they did. Oh, is that right? Raihan, thanks for tuning, mate. Yeah. Brentford beat City away. So there's also to take note, right? This could potentially be another victory, a big victory for Brentford against a big club. The biggest club in UK right now. Sure. Arsenal at home is like Hamilton in Silverstone. God damn it, Iggy.
1 minute Verstappen all the way, next minute Hamilton.
Yes, sir. Verstappen, then after that, as you can see, we are quite a flexible show. We talk about anything like F1, basketball, NFL, whatsoever. That's so far the sports that we've been really talking about. F1, I do you know much about F1, Josh?
From Iggy shouting at the TV only. Other than that,
that's true. That's true. I used to follow quite a bit last time. Now I don't really follow, but it is what it is. Okay. What's Josh smoking blood?
Now you're trying to talk like someone on AFTV.
He and his blood. A Bummer Clan blood. So, by the way, do you watch AFTV? I used to, now I don't anymore. Now AFTV is quite like simmered down in their content, and it's a bit like too. It used to be really good because of like the heat interviews after the post games, right? But now it's more like, okay, they still do the post game interviews, but it's transitioned to more like a show, which is really good for them. But I don't really watch it anymore. Don't bully them lah. It won't be a 2-2 draw guarantee.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see now. Arsenal 1, Brentford 1. Draw. All right, so draw. Okay. How come Liverpool keep missing sitters? Even Joshua can put away. Yeah, Africaners. Thanks for saying that. Joshua is actually a really good football in his day. He can. He's number 7.
It is why it's football sometimes is a confidence thing, and I think for now Liverpool confidence pretty low.
Yeah, for sure. So Brighton. So must be because of Claude. Yeah, RIP to Claude, man. Claude was a great proposition to show. Definitely not that stupid. What's the guy with the? What's the guy with the? No, what's the guy with the stupid headphone? Yeah, Ty. Screw that guy, man. The guy is full of crap, lah, Ty. Oh wow, Confederate is here. Hi, hey, what's up, mate? What's up? Hope everyone's doing good. I hope you're doing good as well, mate. We're just doing through some Premier League preview, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Singapore Premier League. All right, so let's move on. RP Club, probably the best AFTV presenter. Not presenter, more like an interviewer, interviewee. More, but he also had some falling out. Yeah, Mo was also really good. Very well spoken interviewee. All right, so let's move on. Arsenal, Brentford. Josh is going for a draw 2-2. I'm going for Arsenal win 2-0. Right, so let's move on. The Palace, Crystal Palace against Brighton at Selhurst Park. DT and Troops,
both had their own.
Also had their own
issues.
Yeah,
DT especially.
Yeah. Ty is the dumb man. TY, screw that guy with the stupid Arsenal headphones.
Hey, you gotta love his commitment.
Yeah, okay lah. That I can give it to him lah, but boneheaded comments every single episode, man. Anyways, Palace against Brighton. Wow, this is two. I would say Brighton will be favourites with Mitoma's rise as of late, right? But Palace, well, they just recently lost also, right? So against United
last year.
Yeah, 2-1. It was quite a close affair, but a lot of United fans are not happy with Palace right after the brawl and whatnot. But you see, so Kimi is saying that. Just as I say that Kimi's comment comes up, Brighton 4-0. What? Schlupp should have been sent off. Deluded Thai, yeah. So the battle of the birds. Yeah, the battle of the birds. There's just, you know what, Iggy has the comment of the night so far. The battle of the birds, yeah. Your thoughts? Palace, Brighton. I'm going for Brighton away 2-1 victory here.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Vieira.
I mean, they almost struggled to break down Bournemouth.
They scored 87 minute, right? Toma with an 87-minute winner.
I actually think I'm going to go for Palace win.
Palace win. Okay.
At home, things looking up for Brighton.
It's
time for them to
go send them, shoot the bird out of the sky.
Down to earth.
The seagulls are. Okay, you know what? I may change here. Actually, now that you convinced me, actually. But let me stick to my guns. 2-1 for Brighton. I do want Palace to win, though, because I want Vieira and the boys to stay up. Selhurst Park is a rocking experience, right? So moving on, we have Fulham and Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest won last week, yeah?
They have the best form, I think, since the new year.
Yeah.
11 points.
Yeah. It's not as many as their signings.
Not as many, but, doing really, really well.
Do they have more? I think they have more signings than points.
Probably.
Probably, yeah. So your thoughts? Fulham drew with Chelsea. Impressive draw. At home, do you think at Craven Cottage, do you think that they can get a victory here against the boys from Nottingham?
Yeah, I think so. I think Fulham will concede, but I think they'll win. Oh, actually, it's a really tough one to call.
Yep.
I mean, they know each other well. They play each other in the
Yep.
Championship. Although, like, I'm not sure how many Forest players are still the same.
We got some few interesting predictions in the chat, but yeah, your thoughts.
I'm going for a 2-1 Fulham win.
2-1 Fulham. I'm going for a Forest win, man. Away from home, away at Craven Cottage, Forest. Now with possibly one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League right now, Keylor Navas. I'm going for a 1-0 victory again for Forest. Last year they won it last week they won it 1-0. This week they're winning 1-0 again against Fulham. So let's see some of the comments, right? Marcus says 3-2 for Fulham. Okay, fair. Africaner says he's got a question for you, Josh. He said, what is best for Liverpool? Keep Klopp and the load of them old geezers, or the other way around? I think it would be a mistake to lose Klopp. Your thoughts?
Keep Klopp. No doubt.
Keep Klopp, but get rid of the old. Wait, he's saying
offload them old geezers.
Let me talk about the players, right? Offload the old geezers, the old players.
Offload them, man.
So keep Klopp, offload
Klopp
the players, keep Klopp for the rebuild. Fantastic. Okay, so hope that answers your question, Africaners. Thanks for the question. That's a very good question. It's good to hear from a dedicated Liverpool supporter who last week may have changed to Arsenal allegiance, by the way. Just
jokes.
Just jokes.
Just jokes.
So
at least 3 more years, I think. Klopp.
3 more years. Okay, that's fair. So Hyrie says Nottingham 3-1 victory. Okay. So like me, Nottingham Forest victory. I think they are on a bounce right now. They're on a good form. Forest bet away. That's also a fair point, right? Very fair. Mitchell and the boys to win 2-0. Okay. Fair. Fulham at Craven Cottage 2-0. Kimi says Forest 2-1 away. Okay. Agreed. Joel says 2-2. And then he says that Oxlade and Milner is out. Or Oxlade Milner out as in from the rebuild. Fair. Milner, I can understand that. Oxlade, I think game out.
Send him back to Arsenal.
And we don't want him anymore there. Let's see. He abandoned us and now we are happy without him. Okay, so next game we got Leicester versus Spurs. If Kickoff Art, you're still watching, big up to you and your Spurs team, man. Fantastic, man. Harry Kane, I gotta give it up to you, man.
Both had very, very big wins last week.
Yes.
Leicester
had a huge win.
At Villa Park.
What did we said, right? I think we were gunning for Leicester. Both of us were gunning for a Leicester win.
I said Villa win.
Oh, you said Villa win at Villa Park. I think I went for a Leicester win. But I remember we were talking quite favourable with Leicester. But Leicester and Spurs, big victories from last weekend. And let's see, this weekend, can they, it's two, I would say, not say on form, but, two teams coming off on a very resounding victory. Oh, at the King Power Stadium. Leicester. You know what? After a very resounding victory against City, right? I think there'll be a draw here.
Possible?
Yeah, at the King Power. I think there'll be like a 1-1 draw here.
Okay. Yeah. I think Spurs will nick it. I'm going to go, I think a couple of others in the chat, 2-1 Spurs.
2-1 Spurs. All right. So 2-1 to the Spurs. East One has agreed with you. He's also a Tottenham fan, right? We got 2 Tottenham fans, by the way. East One and Kickoff Art, right? So Oxlade left Arsenal to upgrade. Yeah. Okay, he did upgrade for
he did win a few medals.
Yeah, he did
win. That much.
Yeah. Kickoff said, you only say that because we help Arsenal keep the lead. Of course. That's the only time I thank you, mate. That's the only time I'll be thanking a Spurs fan, for helping us, doing us a favor. Maybe keeping let me put it this way, keeping the London spirit up. The London pride, right? Got to show them Manchester boys what London is all about. So Spurs 2-1. Well, everyone's going for 2-1. Same. I'm going for 1-1 draw. Agree with this one. Wow, you see, all you guys are going for 2-1 Spurs. Okay. Spurs win 1-0. Must give them something to celebrate. They're already celebrating, man. Harry Kane, all-time scorer for Spurs. He took over Jimmy Graves, and now he's also eclipsed the 200 Premier League goal mark. He's going to take over Alan Shearer soon.
It's one of Arsenal's own, man.
Exactly. One of Hale's End's own, right? 2-0 to Spurs. Am I late to join? I think today we're not going to do a live invitation today. So sorry about that, Aiman. Not all shows, right? We'll keep it to these 2 for now, and then next time they'll be open to a discussion. Aiman, if you just joined, right, Sunday, I think there's gonna be a special Sailors episode. I'll contact you. We'll have a chat about the Sailors, right? A preview and review about the Sailors. Joel says empty cabinet. Let me tag him for Brendan here. Tarkowski. Damn it. Jimmy, don't freaking Sean Dyche. Of all things, right? Everton had to score, right? And it's freaking Tarkowski, Sean Dyche's own deputy.
I told you, man. I told you. Sean Dyche, Tarkowski, match made in heaven.
Now they just need to get Ben Mee over. They need to get Nick Pope over, and then the lads are back at Burnley. Yeah,
but both are actually having really, really good seasons.
Yeah,
both Ben Mee and Nick Pope.
Fair. Both are getting. Yeah. I know, but am I late? I mean, you're never late. Nobody's ever late to a show, man.
Better late than never.
Exactly. You're always free to join, entertain, and if you please be entertained. If you're not entertained, by all means, just let us know and then just leave the chat, right? But thank you so much for always tuning in, guys. The support has been immense, and we always appreciate you guys. All right, so Africaner says, I asked because some fans seem not to comprehend the value of Klopp. We will take in a heartbeat, and you can have Nagelsmann. In my opinion, he is the only man who can rebuild and win again and again.
Yeah, I mean that's football, right?
Yep.
It just takes a few bad results. Some fans will turn on you, no matter how much you've done for a club, but for the club. Yeah, but I mean with Liverpool, I think that I mentioned it last week as well. The relationship Klopp has with not just the club, with the city is immaculate. So I think at least most people in Liverpool who support Liverpool, I don't think anyone would want him out.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so let's move on before we go on too long because we got some Singapore Premier League talking points to talk about as well. I'm sure you guys will be interested to hear these talking points as well. Okay, so next game we have Southampton versus the Wolves at St. Mary's. Easy Wolves 2-0 victory away from. I'm going for a lot of away victories, I just realized, but yeah.
Wolves a bit of a resurgence, I think. Yeah. One loss from the last four. Big win against Liverpool.
If Sal is here, he would correct me. But what's his name? Julian Lopetegui.
Yeah, it's a bit of resurgence, but away from home, I think Southampton can get a draw here. Going for a 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Okay. I think 2-0 victory for me from the Wolves. After a great performance against Liverpool, I think 2-0. So some comment, I'm not going to show on the screen. So Confederal says Conke out. Conke could be out. Yeah, I mean, okay, but he's been given a vote of confidence. He's spending money, so I cannot really say that now Conke out. Ayman the legend. McNeil is also for Burnley. Yes, McNeil. The Sean Dyche is just building Burnley turf. He's going to rename. I heard that the new Bromley Stadium is going to be called Turf Moor. That's what I heard. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Turf Moor. Again, back to.
I mean, Burnley are doing fantastically well in the championship under
company. Also, just to digress a bit, right? Like, do you think that City players are also going to get involved in this whole investigation? Because I know it's more like the ownership, but
it depends. I mean,
okay, sorry, not as in implicated. Sorry, maybe not the question I'm going for. The question is their legacy, because some players at City, they built their legacy on winning titles at City, right? Yeah, on the field, they did show their value and whatnot. But then without those titles, right, maybe their legacy may drop a bit.
Perhaps. Fair point.
Okay, so Wolves 2-0. Confederal agrees with me. All right. So Fuju says that we are almost at 1K. Yes, mate. Thank you. We are almost there. We are really, really almost there. So let's see. Sorry. Sean Dyche is really a pain for the Gunners. Yep, exactly, mate. I'm going to be brutally honest. Arsenal has to win the race. All right, man. Of course. Okay, so next game. Arsenal is the. Actually, we got quite a few games to cover. Okay, so let's move on. Bournemouth and Newcastle.
Ooh, Bournemouth have signed a few players. They did pretty well last week.
They almost nicked the victory.
Newcastle
draw, sorry.
Got a draw, right? You got a draw. Newcastle 2-0 win.
I'm going for 1-0 victory for Newcastle. What are your thoughts, guys? Both Newcastle victories here. I think it'll be a close battle. Same like Bournemouth and Brighton last week. I think Bournemouth will hold Newcastle tight, but Newcastle has been on fire. So Newcastle victory. So as a Manchester United fan, please Bournemouth destroy Newcastle. Fair. I think that's also a valid point. Okay, so now it's Ellen Road against Manchester United. Kimi just now said that Man U is going to destroy Leeds at Ellen Road. Oh. New manager bounce for Leeds.
Leeds almost won this morning.
Yeah, Leeds almost won. Do you think they can get a result here at Ellen Road?
Yes.
I
think Leeds can. I'm going for a 2-1 Leeds win.
I'm going for a reverse 2-1 United way. I think that Leeds will fall short here. I think United will win it at Ellen Road. That's my thoughts.
New manager
bounce. Oh yeah.
Except there's no new.
Potentially, maybe new manager before this game. Maybe.
Potentially, we'll see.
If they hire someone by tomorrow,
by tomorrow,
I think. So United fans are saying 4-0. Okay, Raihan agrees me 2-1 to United. Man U need loss. What menu? Okay. 12-0 United. Then scores from the bench. You love to see that. Okay, so next game we have Manchester City versus Villa. With City's debacle going on, they lost against Spurs. Villa also came off a very disappointing loss against Leicester.
This was the game that won them the league last season.
Yeah.
Last game of the season.
Villa was up 2-0 right at halftime.
Yeah. Not sure if halftime, but they were up 2-0.
They were up 2-0. It's all for naught if the whole investigation comes crashing down on them, right? All these moments. Yeah.
Domestic trouble.
Yeah. All right, so back to the topic at hand. City against Villa this week at Etihad Stadium. I think it's going to be a City victory here, 1-0.
Oh, I think I'm going to go for a 3-0 City win.
Okay. So you think Pep Guardiola and the boys are going to come out smashing the boys at Villa? Come on, Emery.
Embarrassing.
You know what? After a loss against Spurs, right? I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw here. Emery's going to come out and rile the boys up at Villa. I think they're going to try and get a result at Manchester at Etihad Stadium. 1-1 draw. You heard it here first. 1-1 draw at Etihad. All right. So let Arsenal win the title. Villa, please win. Let Arsenal win the title. Yeah, do you see? That's exactly what we want to see. We love to see that. All right. So next game we have for this segment, we got Arsenal versus Manchester City.
Hey.
At Emirates.
You skipped the game.
Oh, Merseyside derby. I'm so sorry.
Come on.
I'm so sorry. No bias.
As much as you don't like Liverpool, you don't have to skip the game.
Merseyside derby. I'm so sorry. Merseyside derby. Marcus going for Everton.
Hey, come on, Marcus. What's going on?
Come on, Marcus. You have to be faithful to the team, to your teammate. Okay, but he's being a realist. You know, it's fair. It's fair. Your thoughts?
Everton on a high, Liverpool on the low.
Yeah.
But Klopp would have had 9 days since the last game. So hopefully we see something, a response.
Yep.
I don't see Liverpool keeping clean sheets at the moment. Everton might score from, a cross, a set piece, the usual goals that Liverpool concede. But overall, I think Liverpool are going to win 3-1.
3-1. Okay, Anfield, I think it's quite safe to make a bet at home. But
I hope so.
You know, who said last week? There was someone that said in the chat that Liverpool's away form is horrendous, right? I think it was Sel.
It is.
Yeah,
it's
can see how that goes for Liverpool. I think I'm going to go for Liverpool 1-0. Everton was fantastic. They played really well against Arsenal. Got to give credit where credit is due. But I think Liverpool can. I think Klopp needs to bounce back. Every week we keep...
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Confederate says, sorry, Josh, Sean Dyche too strong.
Sean Dyche. I mean, he's won at Anfield with Burnley in the past.
Yeah.
He does know how to win.
Fair. You know what? Both of us going for Liverpool victory here. The Merseyside derby. And then now we move on to the top two title challenges of the league. It's going to be Arsenal versus Manchester City. You know what? Manchester City is playing on Monday, and then they're playing on Thursday.
Probably Sunday and Wednesday.
Yeah, Sunday and Wednesday for them. I'm going for Arsenal. 3-1 victory. We're going to concede an early goal, and then we're going to come back, smash the boys.
Very, very confident.
3-1.
I'm going for 2-0. Man City win.
Oh, come on, Josh. You can't do this to me, mate. You can't do this to me.
I mean, this is going to be easily Arsenal's biggest test of the season.
Yeah, for sure. If we want to win the league, if we win this game, I don't want to sound the horn too early, but I think it's really looking good for us. If we had won against Everton and we lost against City,
the question is, can the young players take this pressure?
Yeah. It's a good test for them.
Pep has the know-how.
Not only this year for Arsenal, but I think if you want to move on to Champions League next year, I think this is a good resolute test.
I think they'll crumble. City is gonna edge it.
Arteta maybe with his mind games. Maybe play some mind games against Guardiola. With that being said, so you got some comments here saying that Kimi is saying 3-0 for Everton. He's saying that. What are you laughing there? Right? Hey, Sean Dyche, Sean Dyche too strong. It's a fair prediction, right? Joel says 1-1. I think he's talking about the Merseyside derby. And then, okay, so Raihan says 1-1 draw, Arsenal and City. Kimi says, oh, thank you very much, mate. 2-1 for Arsenal. Fantastic. Got to beat your bitter rivals, City, right? Confederal says 3-2 Arsenal. There seems to be a lot of 3-2 bangers for Arsenal. So I think 3-1 is quite a good prediction on my end. All right, so we'll call it. This segment is going to end here. I may want to do the goal difference. We want to do a live watch along for one of the games, but it'll be too late. And just some news that is not relating to this podcast whatsoever or this show is that I may be starting a new job. So maybe time. This kind of early morning fixture may not be too good for me, but we'll see. We'll see when maybe Josh can take over and do a live stream here on his own.
Yeah, see me sleeping.
Maybe you get more viewers. There's some like Twitch streamers that just sleep and then they get views. Don't ask me how, but don't ask me why. But okay. With that being said, let's move on to our next talking point, which is okay. So we finally ended our Premier League and all this world football news. Let's move on to something more relatable to home, right? So let's talk about the Singapore Premier League, right? It's starting in less than 2 weeks, 10 days. 10 days for the Community Shield, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. 19,
yes, 10 days. And then we've got the first game of the league is what, 22nd? 24th. I'm so sorry, 24th. Okay, so the league is going to start. Very, very exciting buzz. It's very, very buzzing news, buzzing things are happening in the league. And yeah, look out for some updates, right? If you guys didn't tune in earlier on, there's going to be some live. There's going to be. I'm sorry, I'm losing my train of thought right now. We are going to have a show, a preview and review on the specific team, which is Lion City Sailors on Sunday. Do look out for that. I'll post some updates on the YouTube channel and our Instagram pages, so do look out for that. Over the week, this coming week, I may want to do more team-specific news, but that's definitely if some of the fan clubs will want to do it in collaboration with me, I think that would be fantastic. With us, right? The goal difference and maybe the Hulls or maybe the Jack Force, maybe the Ultra Eagles, Sailors, Fan Talk and the crew. I already reached out to them, so it's going to be a banger of episode. And yeah, let's get on underway to the Singapore Premier League, right? Let's start off with the first topic, right, which is a bit sketchy. All right, let's talk about the Tanjong Pagar United controversy right now, right? So, let me start off by saying, that I didn't want to put like Raihan's face. If you guys, I'm sure you guys know what's the controversy that's coming up here and what's the talking points, right? I didn't want to this. I don't want to beat on a dead horse already. It's really done. Right. The whole point about this show is also like, and this initiative is to build a local league, right? And if we keep harping on this kind of talking points, then it's like defeating the purpose, right? But I do believe that we shouldn't like ignore it. I think we should address it and then we move on. Yeah? So what is this all about, right? So basically, Tajali new signing for Tanjong Pagar from Geylang, right? Tajali, right? He took a Insta story of after a training session, and he tagged the new centre back Pedro Diaz, and then like I think they were just like post training, just having some fun. And then in the Insta story, right, there was oh, by the way, there's a vape. If you can't tell, sorry, but yeah, this should be like a smoke sign.
It was a bit like a syringe.
It does look like a syringe. Oh shit! Maybe I should have taken a more clear.
Yeah, it is a vape.
Yeah. So like, the point I'm trying to make here is that, so during this incident, Raihan Rahman was caught vaping in the Insta story. Then it was, it went viral, and then the TMSG, all this kind of, and then like the chats were all like buzzing, like, oh no, this happened and whatnot, yeah. And then oh, Murph, what's up, mate? Thanks for tuning in. Wow. Just tune in. Yeah. I think this is fantastic because we just went through all the world football. Now we're touching more based on home, right? As I said, I do not want to beat on a dead horse. I don't want to, bring up negative press on local football because that's like very contradicting to what we're trying to do here. But as I said, we need to address it. Either ways, so yeah, it went viral. He got caught vaping in the training session, our post-training session, and then he was fined. I think he was fined about 10% of his monthly salary, of this month's salary. Noor Alamshah came out saying that he was fined. And yeah, I didn't want to put his picture and whatsoever because I'm sure you guys go and search it up. You guys can go and do your own research and you guys can see it. My thoughts about this is I think it's just very unfortunate that he got caught. How many people vape in Singapore? There's so many of us that vape. And I know for a fact that Josh and I do not vape, right? We are good boys.
Are you sure?
I'm assuming that, but I think you don't vape
Yeah,
lah.
I don't.
Yeah lah, we don't vape lah. We are good boys, and I mean, there's nothing we good or bad lah. It's just that okay, yeah, actually it's good because it's kind of illegal to vape in Singapore, right? But there's so many of us that vape in Singapore, right? So it's just so happened they got caught, and what are you going to do about it? It's more of the fact that they were careless, right, to post this kind of thing on social media, and it is what it is. You got caught. There are people that are going to hound on it. I know the final whistle was going on lah. They were saying like, "Oh, wow, this athlete, they shouldn't be vaping." I mean, yes, there's an argument to be made lah that if you are a professional athlete, this kind of things, and then like players around you is like, "Wow, you see your teammate vaping or like doing this kind of thing." Okay, sorry. This point I'm trying to get to, right, is vaping in terms of like the health. And
Apparently, it's more healthier than smoking, though.
yes, that's true. But it's an alternative that maybe it could be even scrapped out. I think some of the critics are saying like, oh, you shouldn't even vape. You shouldn't even smoke in the first place, right? But
yeah.
smoking culture in Singapore is also very big lah, and especially the players. So maybe it's a healthy alternative for them. So,
yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, when it comes to smoking, vaping, drinking, diet, it's a lot to do with personal responsibility as well.
Yeah,
I mean, your own performance. You know what's good for you, what may not be so good for you, and then you try to moderate it. Like what you say, perhaps unfortunate that it was caught on camera.
Yeah.
There may very well be others who also
of course. It's just so happy it just got caught. Exactly. So I think we share the same common stance lah. Is that it's just so unfortunate that it got caught in the public eye, and then at least you address it. Tanjung Pagar said that they addressed it. Some saying they must sack him, lor. I mean, they're a bit too excessive lah. Like it's illegal. Yes, I think that's what a lot of people are harping on. It's illegal, but
it may affect performance potentially.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't really know the effects of vaping on athletes.
Yeah. Then, it's just
ultimately personal responsibility. And then, the club said they'll handle it. They deemed it fit to handle it the way they have. So, like you said, move on and
yeah. I think we just move on,
watch football, I guess.
Yeah. So it's just, and I would say that Raihan as well has also been one of the stewards. He's been a great role model. I mean, other than this incident, he's been in the league for so long. So he's a veteran in the league lah. So I think just move on from this. As football fans, we can close one eye, but in the public eye and like trying to get more, and the locals will definitely say like, "Wow, Singapore footballer, our standards so low because of this kind of thing." Yeah, PR and negativity for sure, but I think we just move on lah. I think it is what it is. Yeah, it's just so unfortunate he got caught lah. He's not only him, not only football players. I think just generally everyone. I'm sure that vaping also is quite common in Singapore. I'm trying to stress the point lah. So it's just a matter of whether you get caught or not lah. All right, so let's see some comments. So African, come on, Josh. Do you not say you were Portuguese?
Portuguese ancestry, 100% Singaporean.
Yeah. So he's want to say what pissed me off is how the certain FB page blew the issue out of proportion. What happened has happened. We learn from it. My support for the Jaggers in ironclad. Yes, I think there's a very, very fair point, right? So the certain FB page, I think I can say it is TMSG lah. I think they are a bit of a shit stirrers lah. Let's just put it out there. We are not. The goal is not as big and we're not as public. So right now I can say these kind of things. I think we can get away with it, but they are also another shit stirrer, like account lah. They're just trying to get controversy and clickbait lah. And yeah, it is. It's just spinning negativity on. They see football as like a perfect place to spin the narrative, and it just gets them the clickbaits and gets them the likes. It is what it is. We can't do anything about it. We can fight against them, but no point. Let them just keep stirring the pot, and then we just move on with our lives. And yeah, so let's see now. I better rephrase. I'm not surprised that going in front of not referring to anyone. Okay, okay. So yeah. I don't know what to discuss things here. Okay, so yeah, we're not attacking anyone in the chat whatsoever. We're just saying that I happen to see personally saw some discussion in like social media and some of the chats lah. So okay, so we move on. Thanks guys for your comment. And there's a very for the Jack's just want to be a great guy. He was playing for a league rival. Yep, that's very true. Thank you, Murph. Oh, sorry, wrong. Yep. So so I want to move on from this. I just wanted to touch because I don't want to deflect the thing. We at a goal difference, we don't want to deflect it. We want to address it. It is what it is. It happened. We address it like with all the facts on the table, and then we just move on from it. I think that's all we can do. Yep. So
yeah, I think it could even be a lesson to clubs.
Yeah.
I mean, perhaps give a little brief to their players about some social media etiquette and also a reminder about their own personal responsibility in monitoring their performance, and to, even if they see these things as something they like to do, maybe to just moderate it a little bit.
Yeah. Moderation, and also being more tactful in your social media usage. I think that's it's good. Actually, also, I don't say I'm happy that happened, but I think it's good. It's a wake up call for all the league and the certain players and also the league and the clubs. All right, so we move on. Let's move on to more happier topic points. Okay, so we are not going to talk about the Community Shield this week because I think Thursday we can cover it. Right, we'll do a dedicated segment, a full dedicated segment on the Community Shield, Albirex versus Hougang before the game. So look out for that. Today we're not going to talk too much about the Community Shield, but do look out for that special episode. I think it'll be quite cool. You can do like a preview, like what we did for the Singapore Cup, right? What we did before last Tampines versus Hougang. Why did my screen just go blank? Okay, I'm so sorry for my screen for the hiccup. Next point, we have Hougang United. Hougang, 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 Hougang.
But the jersey is not out yet. Right?
Hougang, oh Hougang sampai mati. Okay, so basically, Hougang United, they have announced a new kit manufacturer. It's not like really like new news here, right? It's a pretty outdated news, right? But it's Ari. They were Warwicks, right? From a Thai brand, they moved to another Thai brand, right? Ari Football Concept Store. If I'm not wrong, Ari sponsors they are growing their amount of teams that they're sponsoring. I'm not too sure on top of my head right now who they sponsor. I know they do sponsor a few Thai clubs. And they sponsor the Thai like limited edition. There's some like the Thailand national football team. They have some like limited edition merchandise under Ari. They've got a few football clubs. Yeah, let me know if you guys know in the comments who are the clubs in the Ari brand family. Let me know. But Ari, you know what Ari is? To me, it's like a Western kind of thing. It's a football store, right? Then they got the means, they got the budget to do their own manufacturing line, and then they supply jerseys to clubs, and they're trying to make it big internationally. So now they went on to abroad the scene. Now they're trying to get Hougang United. I think it's a good move for both club and fans and Ari. All three as facades, because for Ari they get a international brand.
Yeah.
Right. For Hougang, from Warwicks to Ari, I would think it's not really a drop-off in quality whatsoever, but I heard that Ari also make very good, nice jerseys, so there's a plus. And for the fans, I think the biggest winners are the fans, right? I think Ari jerseys are not that expensive, and Warwicks as well. I think Warwicks, for the Hougang fans in the chat, let us know how much is the Warwicks jersey the last year's one, because we didn't purchase it, so we're not too sure how much is it, and because we won't know what the Ari jersey is going to be like this year, how much is it, right? So it's left to be seen, but yeah, I think it will be cheaper if I'm not wrong. And yeah,
I think Murph has a comment that says it's going to be the same price or maybe even more expensive.
Oh, so Ari will be a less expensive kit, but apparently the kits are still same price, even more expensive than the last few seasons of Warwicks. Okay, I would say because to Murph your point, I think Warwicks in general is a bigger brand, so I think maybe they got a bit more leeway to cut leverage to fight the prices, right? But Ari is a growing brand, and don't get me wrong, Ari, when I went to Bangkok recently for the vlog, I went inside the store, right? I think their prices are a bit overpriced. The store, not about the jersey, but just the store in general. The football jerseys were same price as Western, nothing wrong with that. But kudos to them, they do bring in very rare jerseys. Like they bring in like your League One teams, your Championship teams. They bring in those like Stoke City. Right, I'm sure Western brings in, but I'm not trying to get across. They bring like those teams that they usually don't really see, right? And they charge quite a bit. I think they charge like 140 Sing, which rightly so, because I think they got a special order from the club and whatnot. All right, so thanks for the Hougang medley. So I'm a little disappointed. Well, it is what it is. I'm sure because Ari taking advantage of the situation, seeing an international brand, maybe they know there's a market to exploit a bit to charge a bit more. I can only hope for the price, better quality, or better. Anyway, that's sort of possible, promising. Okay, that's good news. I may want to get a Hougang jersey myself.
Oh man, how many jerseys are you gonna get?
I want to get one jersey for each team. Yeah, at least one jersey for each team. Actually, I want to do. Call me crazy, but I actually want to get like a home and away and then do a review, and then maybe like give it away or sell it. But we'll see how that goes, because I don't know how. Let me know, guys, if you guys want to see jersey review content. Because the Singapore one didn't really do very well. So I'm like, maybe I don't really, maybe people do not want to see that. I don't know. Maybe people want to see the jerseys. I can give I can comment it. I can give like a rating per se. The goal difference rating, jersey rating, 10 stars out of 10. Maybe I can give a rating. With that being said, excited to see this season kit. Hougan's one will be quite nice, I would imagine. Yeah, this season is quoted to be 60-70. Hopefully, final price is lower. Okay, 67. That's a very fair price. Hopefully, it'll be down to 50 maybe. Geylang one's it's like 40 or 50 if I'm not wrong. FBT. Is FBT Thai? I think they are.
I have no clue.
I think FBT is Thai. Yeah. So all these Thai brands. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. FBT is Thai, right? I like Hougan's kit during the 2020 season. If only our resident jersey my size, and let us stay on the our resident man. Sell
5125
jerseys, 21 Toyogo boxes of jerseys, man. What a legend that guy. Last season jersey just throughout the league was nice. Yeah. Kimi, I think this is a very, very good statement, right? I think generally last year's jerseys were all very nice. I think so. It's good that we can expand on this. Ultimately, right, if we want the local league to grow, right, if merchandise is good, I think that is where we can the foundations of how to grow the league is already there, right? To build upon that. So that's good. With the exception of Tigers because they stole our red and white stripes. Fair. Good luck trying to get a Young Lions one. Oh dear. Dude, can you even get a Young Lions one? I'm not even sure. Maybe I can reach out to them. Hoping to get my first SPL kit this season. Kick off one. Let me know which kit you want to get, man. Let me know. Maybe you can get a Tanjung Pagar one. What Ming Han? What would King of what? Okay, let me know what team you fancy getting. Maybe Albirex one. I don't know. So yes, I love to see the jersey review. Okay. So Murph, yes to jersey review. Okay. It's a good idea. Jersey review. Okay. Oh dear, all this positive. Oh dear.
Yes, jersey
all
review.
right, jersey review. To me, for a growing Thai brand, $50 is reasonable. Yeah. I think that's fair, but I Murph, to your point, right? I think RE also, as I said, their store prices are a bit high. So I don't know. Maybe they're trying to not say exploit us, but they're trying to because they're international brand. Maybe they can sell international market. They can sell higher. Okay. So FBT equals to football. Oh, it's just football Thailand. Oh dear, I didn't even know that. So I don't know how to buy Hougang one. I think Hougang one you can get in touch with the Hools, and then I also want to get Hougang. I'm not too sure how to get it. We'll see how that goes. Usually get on match day. So buy at the stadium. Okay, so that's how you get it. So yeah, RE, Hougang United. Let's move on from this talking point. And yeah, maybe I'll get a Hougang United one. Maybe get away. I don't know. Yeah. I didn't even get my Geylang home. Damn it. I want to get the Geylang home, but I couldn't get it.
This season.
I think they're going to... It seems like they're wearing the same jersey for this year. Might as well prep for the jersey review again segment already. Yeah lah, might as well lah. You see all you guys with the very, very positive comments, right? Okay, so email and pre-order Hougang jersey, but the reply quite slow. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Thanks everyone for the comments, and yeah, let's see. Hopefully the jersey. I mean, I'm sure some of you have already seen it, but hopefully it's a banger when I do feast my eyes on it. Okay, next topping point we have the Sailors. Talking about jerseys, right? Sailors new kit announced. Lion City Sailors, right? We had this chat in the goal difference chat. Final Whistle also was talking about it. Social media is also talking about it. Generally, I think the consensus is that it's a nice jersey. It's a nice jersey. Caleb, big Sailors fan, said that away from the nurse Rex, which is quite funny, like the nurse. He said the it's full white, very plain. It looks like a nurse dressing lah. What do you call it? Nurse Rex, is it, or robe or rag? I'm not too sure. What's the word for it?
Slipping my mind.
Yeah, just
Overalls.
overall uniform lah. A nurse uniform lah. Yeah, nurse uniform. So, what are your thoughts about the Sailors' new kit? I know you had some comments about it, Josh.
Lestian is very, very handsome in that picture. A nice fresh haircut. Yeah, I think it's definitely an upgrade from last season. Last season was quite plain, so now with a bit of stripes, I think it gives it a bit more character. And the collar is pretty nice as well, the V-neck.
Yeah, the V-neck. Excuse me. The V-neck. Normal. Okay, so I think a lot of people... actually, I kind of like last year's one though. But I don't know whether you saw my reply. I agree with Eddie saying that I don't really like this year's one. But now as I keep looking at it, I think it's nice. I think it's growing on me. Because I don't like to be honest with you, right, guys, I do not like the contrast between the pants and the... I think that color combination is quite terrible lah. But I think if you were to buy this and to wear this with like your own pair of khaki cargo pants or something, I think it'll be quite sick. quite sick look. Yeah, so Josh did rightly pointed in the chat the other day that because they had the diagonal lines, jagged lines going at it,
like waves.
By waves.
Making them look more like sailors.
You gotta be in tune with like what the whole club is all about. Yeah. So yeah, sailors. Look at the photo shoot. It's all their captain, the two female players, Zafan, and all their new and Leslie, and then the new signings, right? Zafan, Lionel, and Shawwal. Out of 10, what will you give this ranking? Or S, A, B, C, D, what will you give this?
I mean, in general, I will give it like a B. I think it's quite
plain,
average jersey. But if you compare it to last season, I think it jumps at least 1 or 2 tiers for me.
Okay. So way too early tier list. We will definitely go do a tier list when all the jerseys come out. I think that'll be quite nice. But yeah, way too early tier list right now is that I'll give it a A. I do like it. I think this is a plain. I like how what they were like sealed the deal for me is that it had like a nice contrast on the sleeves, but it is what it is. Can't expect perfection. I do like the jagged lines, and maybe in real life it will be nicer. And apparently the away Sailors jersey is going to be a banger. So we'll see how that goes. That's why I'm hearing rumors. I've not seen any of the jerseys yet. Okay, so some of the comments is that and a lot of people are raving about the goalkeeper kit. I think that's a nice. It's basically City's third kit, if I'm not wrong. Oh no, not third kit. Keeper kit as well. Edison kit, right? So Puma, reusing is usual. The brands will always reuse the colors and templates for like different teams in different leagues. Okay, so Kimi says the highlight of this picture is Zafan's hair. Okay, so yep, you're gonna get a jersey at Hougang United. For Hougang United, you need to go to the home games at Jalan Besar. They moved from Hougang Stadium to Jalan Besar Stadium. So Kickoff said, I don't know the plans, but in general, I don't like V-neck kits. Fair. But I think this is not really too deep of a V-neck, so it's not too bad. Puma's one, why I initially didn't like this year's one, because they had the last one had the AC Milan, like that Valencia, if you see it this year, it's got that funny, and I do like it. I think it's quite unique, but yeah, V-neck generally, down to preference, I would assume so. Should put the Adidas lines on the shoulders, then there's Puma, bro, can't do it, man. It's like the United Zebra Prince jersey. After looking for it, it looks quite good. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Kimi. I also, when I saw the Prince jersey, the Zebra Prince United, I'm like, what on earth? Then when you keep looking at it, it's like, yeah, it looks better. Inspired by Spurs. Oh, wow. See, so all the Spurs fan. B- for me. All right, so let us know, guys, what are your tier list ranking for this? Too early tier list ranking for this jersey. Josh has it at a B. I have it at a very low A for now. So we'll see once all the jerseys come out, right? We will do a proper tier list ranking of all the Singapore Premier League jerseys. All right, so with that, we can say that we have come to the end of the show. All right, I don't think there's too much to talk about. We really went on quite a bit. So keep the comments coming, guys. I do appreciate it as always. And now we're going to talk about the outro. Then we'll stay on for another like 5 more minutes, talk about the outro, and then we will see you guys in a bit. Yeah. So today's talking points quite extensive. We talk about City's financial fair play woes. I think that City, they are in a quite crap position, basically. But someone said, right, who was it in the chat, that this could take Evan, a friend of the show, he said that this could even take months and years, possibly so that it may not resolute so fast. And then we moved on to talk about a little bit about was it Mason Greenwood after that? Straight after? Yeah, I think so. Mason Greenwood. Yeah, I think it's Mason Greenwood. Yeah, Mason. Let me check. Mason Greenwood, and he's very, very unlikely return to football, in my opinion. Unlikely return to football. Then we previewed the games coming up, game week 23. A lot of Liverpool fans are going against their own club. Yeah,
Terrible.
You hate to see it.
Never for me.
I don't know. This week, last week was really a very bad week. Generally, it was a very bad week for all the big clubs, except for United and Spurs, right? So I think this week the big clubs will respond back in a more resounding fashion. I do see 1 or 2 big clubs still dropping, faltering.
Arsenal.
No. Arsenal's I'm gonna be a bit biased. Arsenal's gonna have a good run of form. Hopefully, it can.
It's gonna be 3 defeats in a row. Lost to Brentford and then lost to City.
No. Cannot. We can't take that. It's like we say, it's a mental challenge for Arsenal and the young squad, right? We'll see how we will come off preview from that. And then we transition to Singapore Premier League. We talk about the controversy. Just for my final thoughts, it is what it is. You got caught, let's move on. It's really consequences, and the punishment has already been dealt with. So let's move on from that. I'm glad that it happened because like what Joshua said, I think this is a good wake up call for everyone in the football scene to be a bit more tactful in their social media usage, and also be mindful about all these
the consequences of
like your this kind of activities,
your hobbies.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes, And then we talked about Hougang United and their new RE partnership jersey. I think it's going to be good for them. And we are really, really excited for the new jerseys coming. And like what Kimi said, right? I think jerseys in general has been picking up from last year. So I think this year, hopefully, it will be even better and nicer. And then it's good to try and attract more people into the games. I think that would be fantastic. Yeah. I actually can't wait to see Tanjung Pagar. So Tanjung Pagar with the Jaguar, right? I think they have so much potential, man. I don't really like last year's jersey, to be very honest, Tanjung Pagar. Kimi, I'm very sorry to say that, but that's my preference. I think it's not that nice. I think the away was nicer. Home was like the red and the white. Yeah, nothing too spectacular. And then we moved on to Sailor's new kit.
Yeah.
Then that's about it. Sailor's new kit, and I can't wait to see the new kits from the other clubs. By the way, I ordered the Albirex home kit.
Tadanari Lee, right?
Yeah, Tadanari Lee. I put his name at the back, and then it's gonna come. I think I don't. They said to collect it at the Community Shield, either at the Community Shield or the first league game. So we'll see how that goes. It'll be funny if I collected the Community Shield and I'm sitting with the Hougang fans.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I mean, if Albrechts win, you can always put it on and run to the other side.
Yeah, then be a bandwagon kind of fan, right?
Just you can do the dance with them.
What's the song? I can't remember.
I have no clue.
Yeah. So the post game the post game dance, right? All right. So that's the outro. Josh, your thoughts about today's stream? And
many interesting things. I think we talked a lot about off the field issues.
Yeah.
We talked about FFP. We talked about Greenwood. We talked about jerseys. We talked about vaping.
Not talk about football at any one bit.
A bit of football. Yeah, not really enjoying what I'm seeing from Liverpool on the pitch, but football is a lot more than that. You can watch various leagues, support various teams, support your own country. So I think, it's always nice to talk about football, and hopefully we see Liverpool win this weekend. Merseyside derby, very big game.
Big game indeed. I think it would be good if Liverpool can win Everton. I think it's a great rebound from there for them to kickstart the second half of the season for them. It's been really terrible the past 2 months. Really, really terrible. Pre-World Cup also, they were going through a bit of a stinker, right? Actually, no,
at the start, they were. Then they picked up. They picked up. They changed to a 4-4-2.
Then the World Cup.
World Cup happened. Post World Cup has been pretty bad.
Yeah. So it's just the start and this current phase that you guys are in. It's quite a pit that you're in, but it is what it is. You definitely can only look up from here, unless Sean Dyche can kind of wrench that into your plans.
Maybe if he does, then I think just play the kids in the league, stay up, go all out in the Champions League.
Yeah, fair. And talking about Champions League, I think we're going to talk more about Champions League when it returns. I think there'll be another segue. Like what Joshua said, right? Today's stream is a lot of off-the-field drama, antics. But we can't wait for the upcoming week because football, not only Premier League, but Singapore Premier League is going to be back as well. So I think there'll be a lot to talk about. And with that, we come to the end of the stream. Thank you very much. I think it's a great time to end it off. As always, thank you very much for tuning in. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. And then before we end the stream, let me do let me check something out here. Sorry about that. Before we play the outro. And don't forget to help us like and comment on the stream. Help us subscribe. We're going to reach to 1,000 subscribers. Hopefully we can get it by Sunday. I think that's the aim. Hopefully Sunday we can get it. And with that, thank you everyone for tuning in. Great stream as always. We really greatly appreciate the time spending here with us. Today's one's a bit dry. We understand. It's more off the topic. Not really much about football on the pitch. But hope you guys enjoyed it. I thoroughly did enjoy it talking to you guys. And Josh, last few words.
Last few words. Come on, you Arsenal. North London forever.
North London forever. Zahin still here. Fantastic, Zahin. Hopefully you can come to Singapore one day and we can bring you to a Singapore game. Or if I go to Malaysia, right, maybe you can. I can't remember where you stay. I'm so sorry, Zahin.
Selangor.
Is it Selangor?
I think so.
Okay, I don't mind watching a
be
Selangor game,
corrected.
right?
I
Selangor.
think the last time I said Selangor and someone corrected me.
Yeah, Selangor, right? It's going to be yeah. Anyways, I don't want to keep you guys too long. Right? Thank you guys so much for this entertaining stream. You guys make it as interactive as you can, and we're definitely going to grow in numbers. And we can't wait for the Singapore Premier League to start. Yeah. And with that, we're going to play the outro. So thank you very much for tuning in, lads.
He replied.
He replied. Sure. Yeah, Selangor. Okay. Selangor just trashed Geylang in the friendly, by the way. 4-0 if I'm not wrong. So so yeah, I can't wait to. I may want to go out to Malaysia and watch a game or two. Maybe do a vlog with my good man Zahin, big Borussia. Hopefully Borussia can, build on the momentum and take over Bayern. Bayern going through a stinker right now. You and Sal can celebrate together. So with that, we come to the end of the stream and the show. Thank you so much as always, guys. We really do appreciate the love and support. 1,000 subscribers on the way. Really, really close. We'll get there. And with that, thank you very much. Have a good night and see you guys on Sunday. On Sunday for the special episode with Sailor fans, and we talk about the Lion City Sailors in their upcoming 2023 season. And we'll review what happened last season, the collapse. The Titanic sink. So with that, thank you very much, and we'll see you guys on Sunday. Cheers, lads. Take care.